the most anxiety-inducing events, bro. It's just mad because you just never know. You just never know. Like, I'll give you the perfect on example. Literally this weekend, we had the after party for Prophecy, right? And this is like a pulling the curtain, peek behind the curtain moment. So on Monday or Tuesday, I was looking at my partner and I was like, bro, we got to pull this gig, man. It is looking terrible. Like, we'd only done like 30 tickets or something.
The Prophecy one?
Obviously, after party.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Right. So the show was sold out. The show's sold out. The after party, we had doing a club called Bamboo. And I was like, bro, this is looking bad. Like, and you know, for us, we don't mind taking a financial hit if it's going to be busy, and if the party's going to be good, we'll take the hit on finance, whatever. Like, even if we've got to put lower price tickets or whatever, you have to do that sometimes for PR, you know. But I was like, tickets were reasonable, but they were just not flowing, and I'm like, God, what are we going to do? And he was telling me, oh, bro, cancel it. And I was like, no, wait it out. I was ignoring his messages about it. And I was like, just wait it out. Maybe tomorrow.
So what are you telling Prophecy at the same time? Oh, everything's cool, man.
So he's not performing at the after party.
Okay.
Desi performing on there. We had AJD. We had, and just like our residents or whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't told them at this point. So it's like Monday and Tuesday, and I'm like, I don't want to tell them I'm pulling it. I don't want to tell my partner I'm willing to pull it. I don't want to tell the club I'm willing to pull it. I'm just sitting there like, maybe we'll wake up today on like 50, 60 tickets. Like, maybe it's pop. And it wasn't. And I was like, shit, we got to Wednesday. And I'm like, okay, it's time to have that like difficult conversation now. So he spoke to Ezu's team or whatever. It's terrible, but he's like, you know, look, man, I don't know how it's looking. We don't know what we're going to do. Spoke to the venue. They were like, I think we should just wait because we've had loads of phone calls. And I'm telling you, Birmingham's a late crowd. Like, brother, I hate hearing that. Like, I don't want to just see 300 people will turn up on the night because you can't plan for that, right? You as a venue even plan for that. But they're like, it'll be fine. We're used to this. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see. And we let it stay on, and it ended up being rammed on Friday. Like, it went from 30 tickets to like 300 people or whatever in there. And it was a great party and it was a great night. And, you know, as he was on there, we ended up having Fateh performing. H. Dami came and did a bloody full set, and then Dips came and did a set. And it was just like a great night. Prophecy came, and like, it was an industry thing. And we all got to hang out and chill and party or whatever. But I remember at the end, my partner was like, good decision to keep it on. And I was like, yeah. But you just never know, bro. You just never know how it's going to be. And yeah, like I said, Birmingham is just one of those cities you just can't plan for it. And to a degree, you have to be so certain on the product you're putting in, because I mean, I've literally just seen it, you know, this last few months where people have put on huge lineups and they've done like 150, 200 people. And it's just like, I've looked at the product and known that they're going to do that number. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, mate, like, I don't know how you're going to go for this. And then when you see it actually happening and unfolding, it's a horror story. And unfortunately, those kind of gigs really do a lot of damage for us as promoters. And I mean, it doesn't have to be my gig for it to do damage for me, because it's still a niche scene, bro. Like, you know, going out to Asian gigs is still a niche scene. There's not a lot of there are a lot of promoters now, but there's not a lot of quality gigs anymore. And every crap gig makes one or two customers be like, I ain't going to Asian gigs anymore. They don't care whether it's Desibeatz or Ricky Entertainments or whatever it is. Like, they will look at the Asian gig and be like, fuck going to Bhangra gigs anymore. I'm just going to stick to the club that I know, or my local Be at One or whatever it is that I get in for free and get my 2-for-1 cocktails, because I ain't taking a risk on it. So, you know, that's the overall thing with it.
And you know, you are one of the leading brands in terms of to try and have that conversation with you, like, oh, I want to, you know, as an artist, want to be on your gigs, and have you manage it with that trust value, that brand values there. Have you ever looked at a gig that you let pass and think, shit, we should have had that?
No, not really. No, I don't obsess too much about stuff like that. Like, I think we've always tried to just do our own thing, man. Like, I don't call other, like, for example, I don't call other promoters and be like, when are you doing a gig, so I can like plan my gig around you. I'm just like, we've got a good product, it's shit hot, let's just put it out and it will do its damage. And I know that's kind of a crazy way when there's so much money on the line sometimes, but I just sort of are so certain of what we do that I feel like I don't need to plan for other people. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there's loads of gigs I'd love to do. Like, I'm not saying to you right now that, I would never love to do Diljit in concert or something. Yeah, of course, man. Things like that. Like, I look at those things and I know like the team behind it. And I've actually spoken to them like on and off quite a lot. And I say to them, man, I just fucking admire what you do. And it inspires me in terms of a production level or a capacity level to say, fuck, like, that is achievable. We can go for that and we can do that. So, no, I never think I wish I could do that. I just think, how can we do something better than that?